Good.
You gave me cheese?
Sebo, we are also around here. Sebo, we are around.
You said you came to me.
Yes.
No, the problem. Kali.
They were this side.
Okay, fine.
We are.
Yes, there is more water here. Push. Okay.
this way is a slope. I'm sweating right now. I'm like a pig sweating. I'm whining. What is the traffic man?
Wait, that is the way I'm
That's right. But they said this side is clean. You're not supposed to but bring your brush.
coming this side. Now, where are you taking it?
Where are we going?
Where are you taking it?
Okay. Okay. Spirit.
Productivity and empowerment. Empowerment? Hey. Hey, hello?
Awulidde wano nga batukiriza nakwambuka waggulu bwetujja tutole sooka kuba Lydia najja namuno oba naakukirya yambuka walongayi nga yedda mulanga alina olugezigezi omujjukira ye Mulondo yalagawo
Mulondo ensi yamukuba
Mulondo ensi yamukuba
Temptation ya boda maziga ngenda by taxi na tupe
How old are you, father?
よくいいんだよ、コロンになりすぎだっちゃう、これ。
Didn't stop in the app. This one is all from Tanzania, but Nalukolongo parish. She's our nurse here.
Thank you for the good work.
Most of them, they are out. They are going there. This one is here.
I tell you, you won't be taking.
First this side. Sarah, are we fine?
We are fine.
Okay.
Chairman, Mr. Dale Kasozi, who is out of the country. He should have been with us this morning, but because of the commitment he has outside the country to listen to. This home where you are was established as a faith-based organization in 1978. Denominational. This is a home where Mapeera started preaching the word of God to Uganda matters. Many of them were baptized and treated of their sicknesses from this place. He stayed in this place from May 1985 to October 18th, 1988. Here we admit all vulnerable people regardless of their tribe, race, creed, political affiliation or sex. Clients are received from different parts of the sub-Saharan region, where many are being brought by churches, individuals, police, non-government organizations, and other concerned citizens. Mapeera Bakateyamba home accommodates a capacity of 300 people. But right now we are accommodating about 101 mates currently housed here. We could have had the capacity to accommodate more, but because of financial constraints, that's the number we can accommodate at the moment. Management. This home is managed by the Good Samaritan Sisters under Kampala Diocese, with a committee of 20 people appointed by His Grace the Archbishop. And besides that, this home has got a board of directors being headed by Mr. Kasozi, as I mentioned earlier. The objectives. The first objective is to cater for
the destitute, disabled, the aged persons in a home atmosphere so that their condition of life becomes better. The second is to provide a condition of living conducive to a better spiritual life of the resident Bakateyamba. To motivate and stimulate interest of the public in the welfare of Bakateyamba. Fourth, to draw attention of government, municipalities and agencies through official channels to the needs of the Bakateyamba. To coordinate efforts of individual groups of people, organizations whose aims are similar to ours in the field of the Bakateyamba betterment. Service offered. We provide full board accommodation, that's food, clothing, health care, and welfare packages to the needed persons, both within and all those attached to us. We provide information and referral services and organize social, recreational, and keep fit activities for the needed persons and a few indoor games. We conduct regular visits to the frail home boundaries and lonely elders residents. We provide trainings related to holistic care for social workers, families, and volunteers. We sensitize communities on their responsibility and change their attitudes towards the needy and elderly people. We also advocate and lobby for needy people's rights through workshops, seminars, dialogue, and conferences. Dependency. This home depends on local donors from people of goodwill like you, National Water Sewage Corporation, well-wishers, and the Kampala Diocese that have allocated at least land for more projects in the Mukono district. Achievements. The home has also managed to help inmates spiritually, physically, morally, and socially. It has also managed to improve the health of the inmates through provisions of health care. It has also improved the behavior of the inmates through sensitization. The late Cardinal Nsubuga Charitable Foundation has been put in place with the purpose of supporting and improving the work that was started by the late Cardinal Emmanuel Chiwanuka Nsubuga. Challenges. Funding is one of our major problems since we depend entirely on the donations which are not reliable all the time. Insufficient accommodation facilities in this home due to the increasing number of inmates from time to time. Food production is very poor, so we cannot produce enough food due to failure to attain modern farming equipment to boost production. Insufficient health facilities and medical care since this home has a task to buy medicine for the sick. We also receive a doctor from LWANGA Hospital once a week, which has been observed as a challenge, especially for the bedridden patients. There is increasing bill rates for essentials such as electricity, water, and yet there is less grant from individuals and the charge to settle these bills. Insufficient transport and communication facilities which make it difficult for the home to transport the elderly who always fall sick from time to time. We also find it difficult to transport food items, firewood, and the other equipment of the needy. And these include also transporting, in a certain moment when it falls, the dead bodies of the Bakateyamba. Once one of our people dies, we have to hire, and hiring is very expensive. Although we have a cemetery in Mukono where we bury these people, but some have got their relatives and their burial places, ancestral areas, so we have to transport them there. Some come from Kabale, Arua, Masaka, distant places. So transport and the support from this place. But we intend as a program to build a commercial place where we can lead holistic care and monitoring. We also need more land where we can do more extensive to purchase a vehicle for better transport facilities to improve our social service. As I mentioned, one of our biggest as I conclude, we are very grateful and thank all people of God of goodwill on stuff full of food source, and all those are ours. So
And at this time, let me invite Managing Director from Water, Mr. MUGISHA, to give us a word.
Of the governing council here, and all protocol observed. Your Grace, we are here as National Water in line with our strategic direction. Our strategic direction puts emphasis, among many things, on corporate social responsibility. And when we are thinking of our corporate social responsibility program, one of the many things that came to our mind was to give back to Bakateyamba community. And Your Grace, at an appropriate time, our chairman of the board will be handing over what the corporation has brought for the disabled people here. Now, of course, our strategic direction, Your Grace, has the objective of reaching all the people where we serve, 100% coverage. And we want to do this by expanding to over 80 towns of Uganda. We are currently in about 42 towns, and we want to reach 80 towns in 5 years to come. But what we are emphasizing in our strategic direction is good management. And good management means you can have some savings which you can use to give to disabled people here. Your Grace, what we are doing now is not new. And as you remember, I don't know whether you remember very well, Your Grace, when we last attended the Bishop Chwanuka Memorial Lecture, we said that the next one should be National Water. And you gladly accepted, Mr. Chairman. I'm presenting to you. The Archbishop accepted to hold the next memorial lecture at our International Resource Center, IREC. And he even said he is going to be the guest speaker. I am learning what Bishop Chwanuka did, but I think he's a very strong pillar of our Catholic faith in Uganda. And when the Archbishop gives us that lecture, you will clearly see that that Archbishop did, and it does a lot of spiritual nourishment. Your Grace, we are also planning to do monthly breakfast prayers in National Water. And this is being done in order to enhance our spiritual commitment. And for Kampala, of course, we shall be, where our head office is, we shall be working very closely with one of your parishes, namely Christ the King, with the All Saints Church, with all denominations, so that we do that monthly breakfast prayer for our own nourishment. So the corporation is really deeply entrenched in different beliefs, and we do all this in order to promote our ethics, in order to promote our good relationships with our people, and in order to maintain our connection with God. Now, what we are doing here, Your Grace, has a very good connection with what the mandate of the corporation is. Because our mandate is to provide water and sewerage services to the people of Uganda. And of course, in doing this, the people pay for these services. And when they pay for these services, it is our duty to get a moment like this and give back. So that is the connection that is there. And so we are doing it now. Tomorrow we are going to do it somewhere else. The other day we are going to do it somewhere else. So that, you know, the public can see that they are not just giving us, we also have a mechanism of giving you. Now, of course, we saw the condition and the situation in which the Bakateyamba